Hey, my loves. Welcome back to Divine Healing Poetry. How are you guys? What is going on? I don't know where you guys are at, but for those that are here in Nevada, it is hot. And we are not even into the thick of summer. It is like the beginning, and it is hot. So I know when July pops off, it's going to be sweltering. I'm going to be doing pickup orders. So I'm not going to be going into nobody's anything. It's too hot for that. But welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Head on over to my Instagram, Art Equals Poetry with 2 Y's. Just if you just want to follow along more closely and not have to wait for every Sunday for a video from me. Also check out my website, artequalspoetry.com. I'm actually making some new products right now. I have my first vendors market, and I'm just over the moon. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all of that wrapped into one. But I mean, I guess that's how it is, right? When it's your first business and you're doing it on your own and you're just like, I'm excited though. I can't wait. If you're in the Las Vegas area, come and stop by. There's going to be other wonderful vendors there as well. Not just me, but there's going to be tons of other people there also. So head on over to my Instagram. Definitely advertising the market place. So yeah, come stop by. But now, you guys know I've made a video on co-parenting with a narcissist. So this is part 2. Because it's a never ending story. It's like you just can't get away. It is. When I say that it is always something with this fool and his family, there is always some shit. And it's just like, when are you guys going to grow up? But so, let me jump right in and tell you guys. So, my kids were over, and I know y'all hear them in the background. They playing with their cousins, they loud. So my kids were over at their grandma's house, like the past week, and they were there for a few days. It's cool. It's summertime. You know what I'm saying? You want to go over there? Your cousins are there. Go have fun. But this is the thing. See, their grandmother, she's an older woman. She is 77. So there's no reason why this lady should not know better. And even on top of that, I already told her before to not disrespect me around my children, or when you are speaking to my children. Do not disrespect me. Do y'all think she listened? Heck no. So it was brought to my attention that she told my kids that I was bipolar. And I was just like, what? Like, how does that even come out of somebody's mouth, right? For one, have you seen my medical records? For 2, are you certified in any field to be giving out a diagnosis like that? No and no. So you shouldn't be saying anything. But the thing is, she's repeating what her son used to love to say, because he would always deflect and project, make me out to be the crazy one, and say, oh, you must be bipolar. You must be bipolar. So, okay, I know where she's getting that information from. Her son, of course, 100%. Either way it goes, who just tells somebody kids that? And I was just like, what made her say that? And there was no reason. She just said it. And it's just like, who in the fuck do you think you are to be telling my children that. And so I was triggered for one. And I knew that I was triggered, and I was trying to calm myself down because I was mad. Like, it triggered a number of things within me. And so it triggered that being disrespected. It triggered that just every time with her son, and he was just like not owning up to the things that he was doing and trying to make it seem like it was me and I'm crazy and I'm tripping. No, I'm not crazy. You're just a narcissistic asshole and you're abusive and you don't know how to take ownership for anything. And so it triggered all of that inside of me. And I didn't know what to do. Like, I was emotional, so there was no way that I was going to be able to say anything to her. So, feeling all of the emotions of being triggered, I called my sister. Because if anybody was going to understand me and be able to talk some sense into me and to make me calm down and to realize, like, okay, you're emotional right now. And that's 100% okay. That's normal. That's fine. But you are not going to approach this situation like old Summer would have pre-therapy. And I was like, okay, you're right. You're right, because that's not even how I wanted to approach the situation. Anyway, so she's like, this is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to say, because sometimes she can speak for me better than I can speak for myself, especially if I'm emotional and feeling a way. Like, anything that's going to come out of my mouth at that given moment, it's just going to be daggers. And I'm not trying to light your ass up because, again, that's old Summer. New Summer is healing. We are working on myself. So I sent her this wonderful message that got the point across, and it was not emotional. And I told her, I'm like, just no need of you responding back to me because I'm not going to spend my energy, my time reading it. And I blocked her anyway. And I let her know, like, okay, since you don't know how to just keep my name out of your mouth when it comes to you speaking to my children. Now, when you with your kids and you with your family, you can say whatever it is you want to say about me. But when it comes to my children, I'm responsible for protecting them from negative environments and negative people, no matter who they are. And I told you before, there will be consequences. Okay, we've arrived at that moment. The consequence. So the consequence to your actions is my kids are not allowed around you anymore without their father being present, because it seems to me that whenever he's not around and my kids are just over there, you get all willy-nilly with your communication skills and you just start going off saying any and everything. So since you don't know how to be respectful, they won't be back at your house. And so, of course, she tells her son. Her son messages me on the parent app. And now this is the kicker. Because it's like, you know why your mother said these things. Because you guys sit up and you have discussions about me when I'm not there. And you've told her these things when in all actuality, you're narcissistic. And we all know narcissistic people make non-narcissistic people crazy. So we know they make people seem crazy to everyone on the outside, because that's the only way it can make sense, right? To everyone else. That's the only way it can make sense as to why your relationship is the way that it is, as to why things have happened the way that they happen, because she's crazy. She's crazy. Put a label, sticker on my forehead, dunce cap, I'm crazy, it's me. And it's definitely not him. So, of course, I'm the one that's crazy. We all know that's not true. And so, he says something to the effect like, I don't know why my mom would say that. She's getting old. I'm hella mad. And, I don't know. Just some bullshit that wasn't even real. Because, for one, You're making excuses for her. She's getting old. She is not senile. She is not losing her mind. She is not losing her memory. She is not any of that. She's just a disrespectful woman who doesn't care about anyone but her kids. Let's keep it real. That's it, because she's fully functioning. This woman gets up and goes to work every day. She has a business on the side that she's always having events and doing things. So if she was getting old, I would imagine that she wouldn't be doing any of that shit. And if she was not able to think and communicate effectively, she wouldn't be doing any of that shit. So you're making excuses. Quit making excuses for your mother, because that's not what's going on here. Her age has nothing to do with it. If anything, the age that she is, she should know better. She doesn't care. And so it was just like, whatever. And I said to him, I was like, well, you know, this isn't the first time that she's done this. And I told her before there would be consequences. So now kids can't go over there without you. It's not my fault. That's her fault. And so he messages back and he's just like, that sucks for all the kids and for everyone else that's not involved. You're right, it does suck. Maybe you should have a conversation with your mother because she did this. And then again, it's still not taking ownership. And so I'm just like, parenting with a narcissistic person, co-parenting, man, this shit is annoying. It's annoying because it's still the lack of ownership. It's the manipulation. It's the can't just take even ownership or even address the situation. Like, because I know he didn't say anything to his mother. That has to be one of the most difficult things when you're co-parenting with a narcissist. It's the manipulation, the lack of ownership, and the non-handling of situations as they should be handled. That is annoying. So it's like now I'm to the point, it's like, okay, they just can't go over there unless you're out here. Other than that, they can't be around her. Like, and that sucks for everyone else as far as their cousins go, that they can't be around them. But address it, because we all know she doesn't care about what I say, and that's cool. But address it. That's all I'm asking, is address it correctly to where this doesn't happen again. But when you are co-parenting with a narcissist, things are always going to come to the surface. Things are always going to happen because they are always going to test you. They are always going to try you. And even with their family, there's always going to be no respect given to the other parent. And so I think it's just healing that piece of me and navigating that part of the whole co-parenting and stuff. It's like you just have to cease it all and just let it all go. And I was happy that I recognized that I was triggered. I mean, I lost my cool slightly a little bit because I was so emotional. And I was just like my feelings were hurt because it's like, what? So all in all, I'm happy that I recognized that I was triggered. I'm still working on healing my hurts, my pain. And I know that it's not going to be like an overnight thing. It's a process because I've dealt and I've been abused was abused for a very long time. So it is going to take some time to heal those and to get to that point of where it's just rolls off of me, you know? It's like before I wouldn't know that I was triggered. It was just like a react. But now I see when I am triggered And so I can soothe myself, love myself, process and work through those emotions before I react. So definitely gonna take some time with that one, meditate on it, and love myself a little bit harder, because when I say I was hot, whoo, and rightfully so, like rightfully so, shit. But co-parenting with the narcissist, I'm looking at one of the bracelets that I'm making. That's why I keep looking down and I'm getting slightly distracted. So I'm making this one. It's a Madagascar stone. It's very pretty. I'm so excited, you guys. I can't wait to be a vendor at this marketplace, this event. But yeah. So still working, still healing, still growing, but I'm becoming more aware. So give myself grace for even getting as upset as I did. Giving myself grace, because it's still a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So don't be hard on yourself if you fall into those same situations and you find yourself emotional. Validate those emotions. You have every right to be upset. You have every right to feel how you feel. But just don't react. Try not to react. Aware, process, heal, love, grow. That is what we're doing. That is what we're on. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a comment below. Have a good night. And subscribe. Head on over to my Instagram so you can see and stay up to date with everything that I have going on in my business. I love you guys. Good night.